So there's not a bad seat. We have a lot of families that come out because there's so much interactive things going on, from the kids zone to the things on the concourse, from the Bulls entertainment where they have the game breaks where they're dunking, all of our theme nights. So really, you just don't have to be a basketball fan. What's really fun with us is that we get to work with so many people in the area, like nonprofits and schools and other businesses, to highlight some really fun nights with us, to do something fun when it's cold outside.
Is this like the Boomers, the Schaumburg Boomers? Is it that type of an event?
So we actually do have professional NBA players on our roster.
Okay.
They do play sometimes with the Chicago Bulls. They can get called up to them, and they can also assign players to play with us as well. So you're not seeing the guys playing at the local gym or anything. This is high-level basketball. So it's really cool just to see. Like I said, the guys that are on our roster, you'll see them here, but then you have the opportunity to see them at a Chicago Bulls game.
Okay.
But
It's like Jimmy Butler's played with you then?
He has not, but I believe he's been to a game before in the past.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of the things, you never know who you're going to see at one of our games. And then have you been to other sporting events? You said the Boomers. Have you been to one of their games?
Yeah, I've been to the Boomers games. Honestly, the level of play is not that great, so I prefer to go to a professional team like the Chicago Cubs or even the White Sox and catch a game out there versus, guys that don't really know how to hit the ball too well and field too well.
Is that your favorite team? Which one do you prefer?
The Cubs. The Cubs are definitely my team,
Okay.
yeah.
What do you like about those games?
Just really
the guys playing.
I was gonna say the atmosphere. Obviously, the stands are full at a Cubs game. You get some really good talent in Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo. So having that talent and being in there, we love to sit in 100 level seats when I go with my family. But that's really the extent of my experiences there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I would say with our games, you are going to see some big level names. But the thing about going to our games versus if you're going out into the city to a game, I don't think you'll be able to walk up to one of the players there and get an autograph from them. Some of the things that we highlight for us that we're very proud to say that we have opportunities where you can get an autograph from one of the players after the game, or maybe after one of our priority days, you're able to go down there and take a selfie with any one of the players. And that person you see them there, they might be playing for the Chicago Bulls the next day, or you might see them get called up from another NBA team in the future and just say, hey, I got a picture with that person. So if you haven't been to a game, I'm saying it's actually a really cool thing to go to. So hopefully we'll get you out for that. But what I really wanted to talk a little bit more about was learning about what you guys do and to see if we can work together on something for next year. Typically what we've done with fundraisers or with nonprofits is fundraisers. Those are really easy to do with our ticket fundraiser. We have the opportunity to do some in-game opportunities. But with you guys, when do you guys typically plan things for like the winter or other type of events during that November to March timeframe?
If it's an event happening around November, we usually plan that in about January or February of that year.
Okay, and then when is your main event that you guys typically host? Is that always?
That's always in the summertime. No, that's in the summertime. Yeah.
Okay, and with our schedule, would you guys be interested in hosting something more on a weekend or a weekday? What would work best for your guys' members and people coming out for that?
Well, we really haven't, like I said, done anything like this in the past. Usually our members work during the week, so it's very difficult for them to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say a weekend, if we were to go off-site, a weekend would probably work best.
Well, let me ask this. What are some of the goals that you guys have for the upcoming year?
Really just finding ways to raise money. So, I mean, the big event that we have every year where we bring in those food vendors, we're charging $75 a pop for entry into that. So that's really the key driver of all of our funding throughout the year. And then we have a location on site where it's kind of like a supermarket. Everyone comes in to get their food when they need it, if they can't afford it. And then we have just local donors that will drop off food or create donations through that, where then we can purchase the supplies to help feed them and provide the resources.
Okay. And how much did you guys fundraise for that first event?
We fundraised $75,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, it's always a good thing to continuously be fundraising, whether that's large amounts or smaller amounts. And with us, it's a very easy fundraiser. I'm sure that event with putting together all the food vendors and all the things that you had to have for the event, it's a lot to put together. With us, it's as simple as picking a date and saying, hey, this is the night that we're coming out, and everyone that comes on this night to support, a portion of your ticket's going to go back to you guys. So it's as easy as sending a link out to your supporters. I don't know, do you guys have like a volunteer group, or do you guys, how many donors and volunteers and stuff do you guys have?
We have a core group of about 8 to 10 volunteers, and then the rest comes from the local community on one-off basis. But really, the 8 to 10 are the core group that are here throughout every minor donation or fundraising event that we have.
Okay. And how many do you guys have on staff then?
Really, it's 8 to 10. Are you talking about just the core group or in total?
Okay, so you have 8 to 10 staff and then
Yeah.
volunteers that come in, or? how many
Oh,
staff
I'm sorry. You said staff members. So we have only 2 to 3 staff members right now, but then we have 8 to 10 volunteers that help out beyond that.
Okay. Yeah, with that, I mean, I can relate to that. We have about 10 people on our staff that have to do a lot of different things in our office.
Oh
so
yeah, we were
I
many
commend you
hats.
on making this all work, 'cause I've seen a lot of great things that you guys have done. For this, like I said, we do a lot of things with fundraisers with getting information out via link, and we can put together flyers for you. How do you guys get information out when you guys have these type of events to like the local community?
It's usually email blasts. We are a member of the local Elgin Chamber, so the Chamber of Commerce will send out a newsletter every week, and we'll post our events in the newsletter. So then the chamber members will get involved. They'll tell their friends. We have our committee, who obviously they spread the word via email and just word of mouth. But other than that, we don't really invest too much in resources to help promote it out. Do you guys think you could like send a player here for a fundraising night one night, or to auction a player off for dinner with one of the Windy City Bulls players?
You know what's fun is we definitely try to get involved in community events. It's usually a little bit easier for us just because of the players' schedule. They're here in season, but then when they're not at games, they have away games and they have practice. So it's usually a little more difficult with that. What we can do, we have our opportunity to request our mascot. Our mascot is the cousin of Benny the Bull, which is the most well-known mascot of all professional sports, I would say. And he's his cousin, so it's a family, so they're not the same. With that, he comes out and we always usually bring like a table. We have prize wheels. I mean, he's always silly stringing kids, and it's always a great entertainment thing to bring our mascot out. That's something we can request. We do work with a lot of nonprofits that have like a night picked out for the fundraiser. We like to come out maybe beforehand just to kind of hype up and let people know about that. So if we do get something coordinated, we can definitely look into the possibility of doing some type of community appearance of some sort.
Okay, and then what about if we did end up coming to a game? Could we have a player appearance there where we can kind of reward those top volunteers or anybody else that purchases a more expensive ticket to have like a meet and greet with the player?
Yeah, is there anything particular that you're looking to get out from that, or like having a player talk about anything particular?
I think just because I mean we've gotten auctioned items from the Chicago Bulls or the Cubs or the Sox for tickets to a game or a meet and greet with the player. So finding a way to incorporate something similar to that would be helpful for just our overall goals of raising money and getting the most bang for our buck.
Yeah, I mean, we could do something possibly before a game, maybe before they get out there and practice, and have one or two of them come up and say a few words. It might help to kind of get an idea of maybe a theme that we're talking about. We can talk about leadership and how it's important to volunteer. I like the ideas. This is a great reason why I like to talk to nonprofits to get those type of things. I'd have to go back to our player development and just to see if they're able to have that access and say what their schedule is, because sometimes, like I said, they practice and they have different things going on with coach. But I like the idea a lot. I would
Okay,
definitely
that's
look into
something I
that
might
and see
be
what we can
interested in.
possibly do. But like I said, when you said coming out and fundraising is a big part of it, just want to go back to how we handle that. Like I said, with the link getting out, it seems like you have a great way of accessing, a lot of people that want to support. You guys could raise so much just by sending out that link. The dates, I'm not sure what you guys had mentioned on, the winter time when you're planning. Is there an ideal time frame again? Like I mentioned, we go from November to March that you think would be a good fit where it doesn't, upset we're planning for other things, or I know, if you have a lot of things going on for like Thanksgiving or Christmas.
We do around the holidays. I mean, that's one of our heaviest donor time frames, so I'd say that that's probably the busiest time, but maybe something in February or March in between Christmas and Easter, that would tend to work out best.
Okay. And then would you say with your Bricks event, was that on the weekend? Was that pretty
It was, yes.
successful for doing it on a weekend then?
Yeah, that was on a Saturday night.
Okay. So on Saturday, February 8th is going to be one of our priority dates. So this is one of the dates that we're going to have like a giveaway. We're going to have, really cool things going on in the concourse. We'll have some type of thing going on. We're in the process of finalizing those details. But I know that would be a great date for you guys to come out just to have a presence there. And also I know a lot of people would want to come out on a Saturday and do something with us. Would that be of interest for you guys to do a fundraiser? Maybe possibly having a table set up so people can understand like what you guys are doing and have the possibility of donations there, and then we can see about the pregame event or possibly doing something with one of our players.
Yeah, is there a way for us to do something like a fundraiser, but then also have our volunteers sit up close and personal and give them a memorable experience for the night?
Yeah, one of the things I'm looking to do as a nonprofit of the game. With that, you would actually get a timeout break. Maybe you want to put together a fun video and put it on the video board, or if you wanted to even just have them all stand up in the stands and say, hey, recognize the volunteers of Food for Greater Elgin, that is definitely something we can look into. That is time that we have to reserve in advance, and typically what we do for those is just a ticket commitment. So if you're bringing out a block of people, you'll get a bunch of tickets to use for that. You'll get the timeout, and then you'll also get the opportunity to, like I said, fundraise and doing a concourse table. The price range around that is around $750. Does that sound like something you'd want to do then?
$750 for how many people?
So you get the 75 tickets, and then you also
Okay.
get, that would cover, you could say the volunteers if you want to bring staff out.
So that's in the 100 level seating then?
Yeah, and like I said,
Okay.
there's not a bad seat in the arena, so you're going to be sitting just rows away from the court pretty much. And then, like I said, you also get the timeout break, and so that's exposure to everybody in the arena, where you're getting time to highlight what you guys are doing, or doing a video to say thank you to all of our volunteers. Maybe they have a time where they have everyone stand up. That is definitely something you can figure out what you want to do to show your appreciation to them. Maybe that's when you give them an item or something during that time.
Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. So for that, like I said, it's one of those things where it's only one per game, so we have to get those reserved in advance. What's your process though on doing something like that? That's something we'd actually have to have a contract signed for, and then just say, hey, we're gonna come out on this date. This is what we want to do, and then from there we can wait until you have like the time to do the payment and everything.
So I do have to speak with my committee on this. Our meeting isn't until next month, mid-July, so I won't be seeing them prior to then. But I'll definitely get your response after we meet and just let you know what their thoughts are and see if we can get the ball rolling.
Definitely sounds like a good time. So when you guys meet with the committee, would you mind if I came out just to help with any questions they might have, just in case there's things that you want to go over, maybe something you didn't think of right now? I can kind of go over more detail with everything, and I can actually bring everything in person and we can go over those as well.
Usually it's really me that's kind of spearheading it, but I can build you in for about 5 minutes during that meeting.
Yeah, that works. Like I said, I could just come in and speak real quick, and then I can head out afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, and when is that meeting exactly?
It's on Wednesday, July 15th.
Okay, and what would be a good email to send you a calendar invite?
Cheryl at foodforgreaterelgin.com.
Okay, I'll send you a calendar invite for that, but is there any other questions that you have for me or anything?
No, but the meeting's at 7 p.m. In case you're wondering.
I'll be there. Okay, so like I said, this is something new. Like I said, we haven't reached out to you before. I'm actually looking to reach out to as many nonprofits that we can help with fundraising. Are there any others that you would recommend that we should be reaching out to?
I'll have to think about it. If I think of some, though, I'll let you know for sure.
Oh, sounds good. Well, thanks for talking with me, Cheryl, and then I'll see you next month on July 16th at 7 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you.